Okay, well this is part 2, and originally I was going to just put in some final thoughts, and I know at the end of it I said I was spliced in, I didn't realize I had 10 minutes and 30 seconds going on. But I got to doing a little bit more research while my first video was rendering, and apparently there are a lot of common people that have the same concern as I do that you're not hearing about. I even looked all over the TV at the same time. Now, originally, the story that I did was 44 minutes ago. All right, so that's when I decided, I guess about an hour ago. It was a little over an hour. And the Google banner that I clicked on, I just clicked on the first top story, which was the most recent. Excuse me. And that's where I got the particulars and the information from the or LHC, we'll just call it, okay, the particle accelerator that we're going to call LHC. Apparently, this guy, MIT physicist from MIT, got some death threats from somebody, which I have no clue why somebody would do that, because, you know, that's just one guy on a 10,000-man team that's doing this research in this particle accelerator. And I got to reading the story on this guy, which was 6 hours ago that they posted this, and I had no clue beforehand that this had been going on. Let's see. I'm just going to read off what it says here. While scientists are using the LHC to find the answers on how the universe was created, there have been some increasing rumors circulating around the internet that the experiments will destroy the Earth and possibly the entire galaxy. People have been fearful that the particle accelerator at high energy will create a black hole that will suck everything in and everyone into it. It's a possibility that they even admitted to in the latest news. And this right here was a report that was released last week. Now, since last week and now, apparently they're kind of contradicting themselves. This right here, I guess, was the earlier story that I wish I would have run across beforehand. But in a way, it's a good thing, because we do have the concerned scientific community. Then we have the ones that think, and I'm going to read down here. Check this out. They go on about the European Organization for Nuclear Research, or CERN, as I mentioned in the first video, that the LHC, they released it, that the safety fears are unfounded. They have spokesperson that reported stuff. The doomsayers, this is a quote, the doomsayers just don't understand, or common people to them. We're not scientists, so we're not supposed to be dabbling into such thoughts and theories. They're the ones supposed to be left up to theories. Well, you know, I think one of the greatest minds in the world was dyslexic, had ADD, and was the man who found E equals MC squared. You know, the most intelligent man of our history, of our century, that is, was not anything but a common man who had no formal education to speak of until later in life, self-educated. And now all of these people from MIT and Harvard and all the European colleges and scientists are supposed to be left to be the only ones to know everything. Well, I disagree with that, because unless you have an open mind to your surroundings and your world, then yeah, you're that common. But if you just use a little bit of MacGyverism, I like to say, and common sense, you know, you can understand this stuff and know the theoretical possibilities of anomalies happening with such a scale that you're speaking of. That's absurd. And there's a reason why I'm bringing that word up. Check this out. Let me get down to the quote. We live in a world where media, television, and movies make claims, and I'm sure people are confused between reality and fiction and may go to extremes. You don't usually hear so much in the media about the possibilities of destroying the Earth. It's absurd. Well, you know, you contradict yourself there in a way to where what's not absurd about smashing protons, and I went over all the speeds and everything earlier. What's not absurd about that and not theorizing that some anomaly is possible? I mean, the latest story that we hear says that there is a large group of scientists or headed up by a particular person. It really didn't say how many were concerned. But you go from this guy saying that we're absurd for, almost conspiracy theory type stuff, to other scientists having the same concerns as the common person. That's all that this one right here says. And I read many, many others, and I encourage everybody out there, both in the Craft Chest Nation, the T2 universe, and just if you stumble across my videos, to do a little reading up on this particular story, because this is truly, I'm not like saying it's doomsayer or doomsday for nothing. I'm not really, trying to go off into that direction, but it does concern me that this guy saying it's getting all this publicity and media. I looked all over the TV, watched several news channels. I watched the MSNBCs, I watched the CNNs, the C-SPANs, local, international news. Nothing's being said about this. Apparently all the media and press that they're getting is coming from some fly-by-night news company and the internet media that we are so easily amused by at times. But this is not just an internet hoax. It's not like a rumor. This is fact. These people are really doing this stuff. And unless we do have a concern that this could possibly be the Doomsday Device, then our scientific community has our lives in their hands. Yes, more research needs to be done, and I hope after their first test run that they did today, that they stop the machine and see, okay, what happened? Let's break this down. Let's take it by inch, nanometer by nanometer, and see if anything happened. Hopefully they'll have the common sense and scientific knowledge to do so. Now I will splice in my final comments. But anyway, basically what this guy is saying is that even though they have the potential of creating alternate universes, what the hell? What is this? I mean, it's almost like, in a way, if you read between the lines, which we should, because this right here this is massive. What they're saying is hey, that right there is just a fringe benefit. It's a benefit to us, and if we can create alternate universes, maybe we could peer inside of them, go there. Man, we're almost talking about Stargate type stuff. Excuse me. It's almost like Stargate type of mentality, okay? But I will tell and urge the scientists to keep in mind, this is not a TV series. It's not a movie. This is real life, man. You're dabbling in something that could be the Doomsday Device. And what's so sad about it, and what's so scary about it, is that it is a peaceful venture, not warlike. And if you really think deeply, if certain powers that be infiltrated and researched themselves to use this in a way that wasn't beneficial to mankind, that's something that you need to consider also, not just peering into the past of how the universe was created. You might want to consider maybe even I don't know, I don't even have the word, I wouldn't want to say terrorist type event, but if someone was able to infiltrate and alter the mechanism 16 miles in circumference, surely, I may be wrong, but surely it could be infiltrated. With 16 miles, you're not going to have a person or that many security guards. Be careful with what you do, because the Doomsday Device could be staring us in the face. And it's not going to be from world leaders. It's going to be from peaceful scientists playing God. And that's basically what this is. Well, I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said, I'm going to splice in, I probably already did earlier, the actual article where I found it. That way you can go there. It's real simple. I don't know is in your side of the planet, your corner of our YouTube world, that you'll be able to actually see it, but I'm sure Google is a worldwide banner poster. Check it out. See for yourself. Let me know what you think. Because this is one craft of the mind right here that scares me. Scares me as an individual. Craft chest out.